Hey, welcome back to the Infinite Woman Universe show. I'm your host, Angela, and today we are going to talk about how to slow down and get present in the moment. Before I get into that content, I want to first thank you so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate you. I know that you could be spending your time doing other things. So I'm going to dive right into the content so that you can learn how to slow down and be present with yourself. First, let's really dive into this because there's a huge thing with hustle culture and, you're going to grind until you die and I can work when I'm dead and all of these things. But if you are wanting to build a soul-aligned empire, working yourself into the ground is not going to be aligned for you at all. It's really not aligned for anybody per se, but for you, I imagine that you're a little bit more awake than the other people that are constantly on the grind and constantly feeling like they can't say no. I imagine that you feel like there's got to be a better way. And you might be trying to force yourself to slow down. What else can I do to slow down? What else can I do to be present? And actually trying to force yourself to slow down is actually doing the opposite. So we don't really want to force yourself to slow down. The main focus of anything related to slowing down in anything that I teach is really about safety. And we'll get into that here in a second. But I want you to realize that hustle culture is not going to go out of style until we learn how to heal trauma and heal unhealthy childhood conditioning. That's just the reality of it. I know that people want to believe that we're going to be able to change work culture by telling the work and the environment how to fix these things. The truth is that this is one of those things where it has to be fixed at home. It cannot be fixed outside of us. It is all something that must be done internally. This is why people that struggle with hustle or are involved with the hustle culture or are on the brink of burnout usually have a history of trauma and unhealthy childhood conditioning. And working until you're on the brink of burnout is actually a symptom of that trauma and that unhealthy conditioning, just like a lot of things are, like procrastination, distraction, hesitation, not trusting yourself, not allowing yourself to let go of control. There's a lot of these symptoms that we believe that need to be fixed with this and this and this and this, without realizing that a lot of it is all connected to trauma. And it's all about bringing safety within. You are not going to find safety outside of yourself because it's actually false. I know that this might sound morbid, but the house could burn down tomorrow and then what? So we have to remember that safety is about inside of us. And safety is about whether or not you feel safe in your body. How does that look like? How does that feel like? What's around you? Who's around you? Do you feel safe with them? And when your body is off, when your body is giving you signals like emotions and anxiety and overthinking, are you listening to those signals going on in your body and acting and responding accordingly? Or are you ignoring them, trying to convince yourself that you're just having another anxiety attack, or that your overthinking is X, Y, and Z and that's the problem and you're just an overthinker? Well, the reality is that overthinking it happens because there's an action or something that you must do that you're not doing that you need to do, and it may be connected to boundaries, etc., right? And it all kind of starts to sound familiar if you have ever struggled with working until you die. So safety is going to be key here. Safety is going to be key because without safety, you're not going to slow down and you're not going to be present. The reason why safety matters in the present moment and slowing down, because when you were a child, that's when these things would take place. That's when the trauma would take place. That's when the unhealthy conditioning would take place, was when you were present. You were just doing whatever you wanted, because as children, you live in the present moment until you're conditioned out of it. And that's just the reality of it. And for some of us, it's a really short age, and for some of us, it's a really long period of time. It just depends on what your experience was when you were growing up. But the reason why you cannot slow down, the reason why you struggle to be present, has everything to do with not feeling safe in the present moment. And that happened because your trauma happened. You experienced trauma while you were present, while you were doing what you wanted, while you were just being and shining your light. This is why you might struggle with showing up online, because you've experienced these things. So this safety, first and foremost, comes from healing your childhood trauma, comes from healing your unhealthy conditioning. If you are not doing these things, you will not experience the safety internally, so that you can feel good about slowing down, so that you can feel good about being present. This is why people struggle with meditation. It's not because they can't get their thoughts to slow down or anything like that. It's because their mind goes wild when they're about to slow down, when they're about to be present with themselves, and it's because they don't know how to feel safe in that moment. And that takes a lot of practice, and we think it's because we have to stop these thoughts from happening, and it's actually because we don't feel safe. So if you struggle with meditation, now you know why. So safety is going to be key here, okay? Safety is key here. In order to create that safety, you've got to let go of trauma. You've got to let go of unhealthy conditioning. Otherwise, you will constantly think that you're being present and you're actually not. So how do we get into slowing down? Number one is safety, okay? We just talked about that. But two, it's a practice, okay? You're not going to wake up tomorrow and notice what's going on with your body and decide that, maybe you do need to take a nap. Maybe you do need to take time off of work. Maybe you do need to just sit outside without your phone. That takes a practice, right? It's not going to be something that happens overnight. So the first thing you want to do is tap into your body and start asking yourself, what is it that I need today? What do I truly need today? Do I need to sit outside with my coffee without my phone? Do I need to take the time off of work? Do I need to do this? Now, if your body is telling you, you need to nap, which a lot of you will actually hear, you need to rest, you need to take time off of work, you need to slow down, you need to stop, working 12 hours a day, even though you're an entrepreneur. And the whole point of becoming an entrepreneur is so that you could work less and make more money, right? So you want to take inventory of what it is that your body and your intuition is telling you. This is huge because this also helps you build self-trust, which is something that you want to work on. If you struggle with doubting yourself, I'm going to leave a video for you right here so that you can overcome doubt and let that go. So you want to build this self-trust with yourself. And this is going to be huge because if you're not doing this, you're never going to actually slow down because you're not actually listening to yourself. You're not actually building that bridge between you and your body. You have to execute on what it is that it's telling you. Another way to slow down is to do something that you absolutely enjoy without your phone. So if you like to sit outside and watch the sunrise, just do it without your phone. It doesn't need to be a long period of time. It just needs to be enough for you to feel like you've come back into your body. You've come back into this state of calmness and contentness. Now you need to decide what that looks like and feels like for you. That's going to be different for everybody, but you essentially can feel your body almost reset into this calm and peace. And that's how you know that your practice of slowing down is actually working for you. Maybe you like to color. Maybe that's something that you want to do. I'm down and into that. I will actually link some coloring books for you because I'm a huge coloring fan, and that's what I like to do to slow down sometimes when I feel called to do it. Maybe you want to take a bath. That's huge. I love to take a bath. I will also link some bath bombs for you below so that you can get into taking baths as well. The reason why you want to slow down and do these things that allow you to be present and be in your body, because it also switches you into receiving mode. Receiving mode, or in your feminine energy, allows you to manifest. And when you are present and in your body and totally completely feeling worthy of being here and slowing down and doing what it is that brings you pleasure and brings you joy and feels good, brings money, right? And if you are a female entrepreneur and you want to make more money, it could be because your feminine energy is not turned on. You could be potentially repelling your clients by how much you're actually doing. There is a give and take, right? It's okay to be in your masculine energy. You want to be in your masculine energy, but you also want to be able to slip into your feminine energy when you need it, when you know that it's necessary, when you feel called to. So you want to be aware of that, because this allows you to receive. This allows you to manifest. This allows you to allow, essentially, is what you're after. So come into the present moment by slowing down. You can do these things, but you want to make sure that you are doing things that you truly want to do. Don't just go get a mani and pedi because that's what everybody says is self-care. I'm actually going to do a video next week on self-care, so make sure that you check that out, so that you can really understand what self-care is really about and why you really want to do it. So you want to make sure that you're slowing down. And the reason why you want to slow down is because being present allows you to be more creative. It allows you to be in alignment, which is essentially what you're after, right? Alignment is huge. You're meant to be in alignment before you actually do anything. And that essentially just means that you feel good, right? And then when you're in alignment, you do a whole bunch of work. I'm sorry, my phone is going off. You do all this work in the least amount of time, which allows you to save money, or it does allow you to save money, time, and energy, which is huge. And not only that, it allows you to tap in what truly excites you and creates the soul-aligned empire that you are truly after, that you want to, live by your terms. You want to create what you want to create. You want to create success the way you want to create success, rather than doing things that everybody are telling you that are going to work for you, but you absolutely hate it. When you slow down, it allows you to get present with yourself so that you can truly tap in and turn on, so that you can truly do what it is that you desire and ultimately make more money for it, and of course create an impact and be of service to people. So this is why you want to slow down, and this is how you can come into the present moment and slow down. So let's get into these journal prompts. Okay, these journal prompts, they're a little bit killer, so just be aware of that. Also, I will leave them in the description below so that you don't have to pause this video really fast and try to figure out a pen and paper. So just know that they'll be in the description for you. So number 1 is, do you feel safe being present and slowing down? Okay, remember, you want to be really honest with yourself. If you're not going to be honest with yourself, this is a waste of time. 2, what are you getting out of constantly being on the move? So there's a need here that is being met. Safety, connection, love, attention. What is it that you are truly meeting as a need by constantly staying busy? 3, what are you scared to deal with that you won't allow yourself to relax? It's time for you to get brutally honest with yourself, because if you don't, you will experience burnout. You will eventually resent your business. You will eventually resent your clients and your audience. And we don't want that, because you want to create something that you absolutely love and adore, so that you can create the freedom and prosperity that you're ultimately looking for. All right. Remember, if you need a journal, there's journals down below, and a tool pen, along with the bath bombs, and along with, let's go ahead and get into this activation. This activation is going to be just to allow you to slow down and get present with yourself and step into your feminine energy, so that you can ultimately receive, so that you can ultimately manifest what it is that you truly, truly desire. Okay. Okay, make sure that you do not listen to this meditation while you're driving or operating heavy equipment. Please make sure that you're in a safe and comfortable environment where you can sit back and relax. Okay, let's go ahead and begin. Go ahead and close your eyes. Go ahead and take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Allowing yourself to relax. Go ahead and take another deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Allowing your shoulders to drop. Allowing yourself to go into relaxation and peace. Go ahead and take another deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Allowing yourself to totally and completely relax now. Just know if you have any thoughts, we're just going to let them go. If you have any stress, to-dos, don't worry, you can come back to them if you need to. Starting with the crown of your head, I want you to just allow the stress and thoughts and work and worries and anything else. I want you to just let it melt through you, melt down, melt away. Just let it all melt away. Down to your forehead, down your face, down your throat, down your shoulders. Just let it all melt away. Down your chest, down your stomach, down your hips and pelvis, tailbone, down your hips and thighs, knees, melt away, shins, feet, toes, and just let it all melt away into the earth. And I want you to imagine in your mind's eye, which is just between your eyebrows, I want you to imagine this big, beautiful ocean view. The sand is warm on your feet, but not burning your feet. And you can just feel that grain. It feels so good. You look out and the ocean is so turquoise blue. The waves are just coming in gently, the ebb and flow. You look up at the sky and you can just see that baby blue sky, not a cloud in sight, and the sun gently beaming. The weather is perfect. Just absolutely perfect. You couldn't have asked for a better temperature. And you just embrace being here. It feels so good. It's safe to be here and welcoming to be here. And you look around. Maybe you see flowers and hear birds. And you hear those waves just crashing in gently. You decide that you're just going to allow yourself to sit down in the sand. Maybe there's a chair. You want to sit in the chair, that's fine too. Just allow yourself to relax. And as you allow yourself to relax, you notice that there's a cup, a drink next to you. And it's an elixir that was made perfectly for you to just help you relax. And as you drink it, it tastes so good. And you're just here, being in the moment, smiling, looking out, in peace, in contentment, in joy, in bliss, in pleasure. And you feel absolutely relaxed and present. Work doesn't matter. Clients don't matter. Worry, stress, fears, all of that has just completely gone to the wayside as you step into certainty and trust and worthiness. As you activate your faith and belief, and you just relax and trust that everything is working out in your favor here. Your own magical paradise that only you can come here at any time if you so desire. And just get totally present. Just lay here. Enjoy yourself. And as the waves come gently crashing in, you remind yourself that you know how to be here and in this moment, present and in your feminine energy, allowing yourself to receive, surrendering control and trusting. And as you remember this and allow it to activate in your body, paradise slowly starts to fade, knowing that you can come here anytime you like. And as it fades, you come down and down and down and down. Down into the earth, down into the room, down into your body. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, and open your eyes when you're ready. All right, how did that go for you? I would love to hear from you about how your week went, about whether or not you manifested money, how'd you do slowing down, how'd you do being present. I would love to hear all about that. Leave me comments in comments below in the comment section. Make sure that you like and subscribe if you've made it this far. I love and appreciate you so much, and I will see you next week. Bye.